So, UK people will know it's been a bit rainy, so I thought make use of the water, get myself a bit of a mud pond going on. Check it out! Yeah, so we're just going to come all the way around here, 10 foot deep. Let's get that mud pond going on. Only joking, just a bit of flood going on in the garden. Anyway, welcome to this week's video, underwater. There we go, happy again. Ish. Them, not me. Actually, I'm not sure how the smaller ones will fare, because the little Achiba and the Adambaya Kahaku have been liking feeding off the bottom, so they will need to get used to coming up and getting some. Until I get some sinking stuff and mix it in. He's skirting around there, look, like a Haku. Just not quite brave enough to come up. I need to hurry up because this is nearly all gone. With regards to my water, since I put the Koi Masters Advantage stuff in, I think if there wasn't a bit of weed growth on the walls, giving everywhere a hint of greenish looking, yeah, there's a slight added, I don't know, sparkle to the water, edge to it, I don't know what it is. Could just be placebo because I put something in. I think to myself, because I put something in, it looks different. But in the eye, it does look, I don't know, just a tad more polished. It probably took in total 36 hours to clear. I mean, we're on Wednesday today. When did I put it in? Sunday? Yes, this will be the. Yeah, it's about right because it was yesterday when it was really clear. Yeah, I think I might as well use up what I've got and probably maybe not use it through the winter and continue from spring next year. Anyway, off cycling tonight. Sorry people. I've got to pop in, cook some dinner for everybody. Then I can go out after I've done my jobs. Right, so I'll crack on with that. Catch you later. Bye. Well, that's interesting. Just out in the garden, minding my own business. I don't know whether you can't really tell, but just had a fish going absolutely nuts. The chag, second bigger chag, just jumping out of the water. This one going mental. It's time for a scrape, I think. And there's a couple of fish. He's got a little mark there on his gill plate, and there's a little mark on this one. So I don't know whether they've been flashing and I've just not caught it. But that was definitely unusual, crazy behaviour from that fish. So, yeah, I think just a couple of scrapes in order. Did see a bit of oil flashing a week ago. Just a couple of fish, just a few flicks. Never normally bother me. Obviously, back in the day, I would have been all over that like a rash. But at the minute, I'm trying to sit on my hands. But a fish launching itself out of the water like that and going crazy, a bit more investigation needed, and a couple of little tiny marks on a few. So maybe they've been flashing a bit more than I think, because obviously they never seem to do it when you're around. So I'll get the scope out at some point, probably, well, it won't be today, probably tomorrow now, and get a few scrapes done, definitely on that big chag. Well, never seen that before. Went absolutely, you can see there's a bit of water over there on the top, and a few splashes here. It was going nuts. Anyway, finished what I was doing. I was rudely interrupted by you. Anyway, hello. So, I have to excuse the way I'm going to do this. I don't know how to take the video recording from my camera and save it so I can use it as a file. So I'm just going to record the screen of my laptop. So the crazy fish shenanigans that happened the other day, well, I'm going to show you what they were doing. They're absolutely mental. So I do need to investigate this further because it's completely ridiculous behaviour for my fish. So I'm going to have to get a couple out to have a quick scrape. There's something clearly irritating. Sorry about that. There's something clearly irritating the fish, so I need to find out what that is. Probably some kind of parasite. I wouldn't have thought it was water quality issues, but obviously I'll check that as well. I'll do the normal water tests and then get a couple of scrapes done. Anyway, onto the clips. As I say, apologies because I'm going to be filming the screen of my laptop with this, so not sure how well it's going to come out, but at the minute that's the only way I can do it. Cool. So yeah, you can clearly see there's something obviously irritating her. I mean, I've been watching this for about 10 minutes now. Just every now and again she has a little flash off the side, maybe a little flash off the bottom, and then she's been doing the jumping out of the water, crazy smashing and splashing around. So yeah, there's something up, and I need to investigate it, as I say. So like you should do with anything, first easiest thing to do is just some water tests. Probably not that, because it's not all the fish going mental, but I'll still do that anyway. And then scrapes on a few. But yeah, I'm just watching myself filming them on the screen. Quite funny. Anyway, so I'm going to do that in a bit. I'm actually off work today because the weather was absolute carnage this morning, but it's actually clearing up. So I'm going to jump out while it isn't raining to get a couple of scrapes done, and then we'll see what we find. Joy. First fish scraped, which was this is the first one when I put the net in that I could get, which was the Ginrin Kitsuri clear scrape. I do want to get the Chag Francis, the one that was doing the dive bombing and trying to get out of the pond. I do actually want to get her and give her a scrape, so I'll try and get her next. Here we go. It can be a bit feisty. Slightly bigger koi, 65-ish cm, something like that. Here we go. I'm going in. Hopefully, without losing me rag about it all. We'll see. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Right, well that's Francis scraped. Nothing on it that I can see. The mucus was a bit thicker than I would normally have expected, but 0 on that scrape scene, so that's 2 fish done now and 0 found. I'm going to have a look at chubs, the smaller of the 3 chags. It's got a couple of little red marks on it, and obviously I'll get a scrape as well. Just want a closer look at that, just to see what's going on there, because it's odd. But obviously if they've been flashing, could be from that. So I'll get her in the bowl. I'll take the camera out actually, and we'll have a look at that, just so I can document the marks there, and I can see whether there's improvement or not as time goes by. I'm probably going to scrape 2 more, so I'd have scraped 4 in total. If I don't find anything, I'm actually going to do nothing. If there's one thing I've learned over the years, especially from last year and the year before, was just sort of panic treating and stuff. I'll leave it a week, and then if there's still some odd behaviour and some flashing and whatnot, I will scrape a couple more. I'll get some out that I've not scraped this time round, but I don't know, it could be a drop in temperature. The weather has been absolutely all over the place here in the UK. We've had downpours of crazy rain, it's been horrible and a bit cold. Then it clears, and like today now, it's completely cleared up, the sun's out, it's a bit windy, but it's quite warm. So whether or not that's got anything to do with it, I don't know. But as I say, the behaviour that the fish were doing, especially Francis, who was doing the leaping out, I'd never ever have any fish do that, ever. So there's definitely something up. Whether or not I've just not found it so far, and I will. I'd like to think that it's not flukes, one of the easiest parasites to spot. Well, I suppose in some ways if you find it, it's easy, isn't it? Because you can treat it. Not finding anything leaves you in that kind of limbo, what to do. But as I say, I'm going to do zero. I'm going to just sit on my hands, just keep an eye on the fish, and see where we're at. Well, I'm going to scrape 2 more anyway, so you never know. I may find something, may not. We're in that position of, you want to find something to try and find the reasons for this, and then you don't want to find something because no one likes treating a pond and putting the fish under any extra stress. Anyway, so I'll take the camera out, we'll have a look at chubs, a couple of red marks on it, and I'll get a scrape from her as well, and then we'll have a look under the scope. Choice. Yeah, there's a little knock there. That's just a bit of colouring on the skin. A few shimmies. Don't feel rough or junky. Just a little bruise there. Doesn't feel rough or horrible. So I'm going to leave well alone. Right. Use my scrapey scrape. It's all I use to do a scrape, is just a plant thing. It's nice and soft, rather than using a slide. Yeah, it's quite thick, the mucus. Bit off the head. Come round this way. Ignore that pig. At least the red mark's nothing to worry about. Probably just a knock from, if it has been flashing, I would have said. But it didn't feel junky and horrible. A decent amount of slime there. Mucus. So it's quite thick though. Thicker than normally would be, so we'll see. Right, let's get in and get this one done. So, water test, pH, ammonia, nitrite, all good. Ooh. Maybe a tiny bit of green there. Yeah, maybe. Obviously whether went fed for maybe 2 days and there's a little bit of food going back in. I don't know whether that will have anything to do with it. And pH is my normal 8 point whatever, 2, 4. And nothing else found. Nothing else found on the last scrape there. So I'm only going to do 3. I've got a headache from staring down a microscope. But little mark on chubs, nothing to worry about. That should just disappear hopefully. But nothing found on any 3 scrapes, nothing at all. So as I say, I'm just going to keep an eye on them for the next few days, and then maybe next week, if they're still looking a bit and there's still some odd behaviour, get another couple out, 2 or 3 out, and have another go at seeing if I can spot anything. But at the minute, I'm gonna not do anything. Just gonna wait and see, and just see how the fish go. Temps are down to 16 degrees, so I've lost another 1.5 degrees, 2 degrees over the last week. So we'll see. There's definitely something not right. It's just a matter of trying to find out what it is. And obviously, when you do a scrape, you're only scraping a very small percentage of the fish. So, and if the fish isn't actually riddled with parasite, you're not going to possibly pick up on it. So I'm going to leave it a few days, and then if there's still any weirdness, get another out. Maybe get some scrapes from underneath a few fish. And we'll just take it from there. So plan of action, sit on my hands, do nothing, just keep an eye on the fish. Probably change a little bit more water, turn my trickle in up a tad, help get rid of this ammonia, and then that's it. Damn. You want to find something, but you don't want to find something, because if you find something, your problem's solved. If you don't find anything, you don't know where you're at and what's going on, do you? So hey ho, that's what it's at. So just observations, that's all I'm going to be doing, observations. Right, catch you later. Good morning to an early GoPro pickup. So I've just, not that you can really see, just fed the fish, but Shiro is just over in the corner. I'm not happy about that. I don't know what it's doing. That's going to pick up. That, again, odd behaviour. What is it doing? Normally, as you've seen, it shoots over and will have a feed up. It's come over now. Hasn't actually come over for any food yet, it's just swimming around. Very strange. I do turn it on me if you can't see the fish. I do definitely think there's something up. Some kind of parasite, I don't know what. But just a few odd bits of behaviour from the fish the last few days. Yeah, I mean obviously the temperatures have been crazy, the weather has been mental with absolute crapload of rain recently, and not that there's any rain going in the pond, but the water parameters were fine other than the touch of ammonia. Very strange. Might check, got a bit on today, I might check my pond parameters again later today, my water parameters. I may give it a scrape, I don't know. You know, you just get that feeling that something's not quite right, because you're looking at the fish and they're acting a bit weird. That's where I'm at. It hasn't even come over, although it's swimming round now. It is normally up and over for some food. Very strange. Anyway, I'm supposed to be getting stuff ready for work. It's actually miserable today. It's wet, horrible, a bit drizzly. Autumn is here, isn't it? Rubbish. Anyway. Right, let's get my stuff ready. Catch you later. Good afternoon. Mixed bag weather-wise today. That's all I'm going to talk about. Freezing this morning. 3-4 degrees most places saw it. Wasn't a frost, but it was very near to being a frost. But sun's out now, it's lovely. Anyway, so the Shiro, it seems to have perked up a bit, but I'm not sure. Its skin's looking a little bit off. See if we can get it to come up and have a look. It's coming up for food now. I don't know what that's all about. A couple of little reddy kind of marks on the white there. Leave the dog. Yes, I don't know what that's about, but it seems to have perked up in itself now. It's not sulking, which it was doing the other day. Very odd. And the few little marks, couple of little marks that chubs had on the side of her gill completely disappeared now, so I don't know what's going on. Probably something to do with temperature, I would have possibly said, because they've been up and down all over the place. Although yes, I've got 3,000 gallons. Let me get outside. So the temperature swing isn't huge every day. Isn't huge, but it can be enough sometimes, maybe 1.5–2 degrees. I mean, it doesn't really drop 3 degrees in a day, but whether or not that's got anything to do with it, I don't know. But it's very odd. But as I say, at the minute, she's looking happy again-ish. The Shiro, that is. Or he. I say she, it's a he. And what's he doing? You're eating that. What are you eating that for? And temperature wise, the pond's at now 14 degrees, so yeah, it has lost a couple of degrees over the last few days. I didn't do any water parameter checks. I've been a bit busy and just not been at the forefront of my mind, but I'd say everyone else seems reasonably happy. And a couple of little dints at that Chubbs had, and the bigger Frank, the bigger Chag, have disappeared now, so odd, God knows, and I'll never know. Maybe something to do with the Koi Masters advantage that I put in. Maybe there's a little bit of irritation there because it's not gone in before. Maybe they just had a bit of flashing and a little bit of clearing the gills out kind of thing. I don't know, but I'll never know, will I? I've not got any more out for a scrape, which I said I was going to do. The other possibility would have been the Shiro, but as I say, it's sort of returning back to its normal self now, not hanging up in the corner, other than it looking a little bit red and a couple of little sort of veiny bits on it. But again, maybe temperature, I don't know. But I'm going to leave it well alone. I'm not going to start getting it out. Just a shame now everything seems to be slowing down and cold weather setting in. Boring time of year now, isn't it? Horrible. Clock's changed this month. Fantastic. Sorry to disappoint everybody that might not have thought about that. Ridiculous. And then that's it. Boring winter. Boring, cold, horrible winter. Anyway, catch you later. So thanks for watching this week. Really appreciated all the new followers and the view counts. That's really good, and the comments from everybody. Fantastic. Keep them coming. And don't forget, there is a giveaway for a Transport O2 can of oxygen. A video for that is up here. Get yourself entered. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next week.